Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Saturday, June 13th. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload in my Persona A Day series. That's why I've been playing the game one in-game day at a time, as it lines up with the real calendar. I'm going to start off by going over what we did yesterday, just to make sure we're all aware of what happened so we can come into today fully informed. Then we'll get into today's gameplay and see where that takes us. And afterwards, we'll come back here to the desk and talk a bit more about it. For any of you watching on YouTube, I will have timestamps available in the description in case you want to jump to a specific section. And please be aware that since this is a full playthrough of the game, we will be encountering spoilers. Alright then, so let's look back at yesterday, Friday, June 12th. It felt like it was going to be a normal school day. The day started out pretty early, as all school days seem to do, but it was a little bit different in the fact that we got to see Fuuka returning to school. We rescued her from Tartarus back on Monday, and both she and her classmate, Natsuki Moriyama, they were both recovering in the hospital, and they got released the day prior. So yesterday was both of their first day back to school in about a week. Well, a little bit longer than that for Fuuka, actually. But they're both healthy and in good shape, good spirits, so they were back at school yesterday. So we got to see Fuuka returning to her classroom, and it kind of seemed like at first things were going to continue just as they had been, and she was going to be excluded and kind of just, kept at arm's length from the class. A couple of students said that, oh, there's the ghost girl when she came in, and she looked a little crestfallen at that, just like things were right back in the old routine. Only for Moriyama to call out to her and say, hey, good morning, good to see you, sort of thing, and call her over and say that she wants to get to know her better and to be friends, and to want her to be more casual around her. Don't call me Moriyama, call me Natsuki. I'll call you Fuuka, and we'll be friends. So that was really encouraging for Fuuka to see that she's got someone else in the class that she can count on. And that Moriyama understood what she had done, even though she didn't remember the specifics from Tartarus. She knew deep down that she wanted to make amends for what she had done. This seems like she's taking those steps. So it was really nice to see things hopefully working out that positive way for Fuuka. As for my class, the day yesterday, nothing really stood out. Probably standard classes and just standard time. So it really quickly felt like we made it to the after-school time. And I hadn't spent a lot of time with Kenji Tomochika. He had texted me and said, hey, what's up? I've got some free time. Do you want to go do something? And I'd been thinking about doing something with him for a while, since we hadn't done anything in a while. So it was a nice chance to just spend a casual Friday. We headed out to our favorite place at Hagakure and got some ramen. And we just talked and existed as guys. There wasn't anything specific we focused any more than anything else. I'm assuming he probably talked a bit about his plans to confess his feelings to Miss Kano, the teacher he likes. But we didn't face any new developments for our social link. It was just a regular afternoon. We made a little bit of social progress, so that was fun, but it wasn't enough to take us to a new level of our social link rank. But it was just a really easy, low-pressure afternoon. So we enjoyed our food, got a little bit closer, and then we parted ways. That brought me back to the dorm in the evening. And Yukari and Mitsuru were up on the third floor, on the girls' floor of the dorm, preparing a room for Fuuka, who was apparently moving in the morning, so today, technically. I'm amazed even still, thinking at the quick turnaround time, since it was only the day prior that Fuuka had agreed to join us and move in. So they move fast, this organization. But they're getting that room prepared for her, and they said, you guys stay downstairs. We're going to work on this. You stay out of the way, basically. So Junpei and Akihiko were downstairs, just kind of, obeying that directive. I poked my head upstairs to see what I could see, and they were well at work, and they also told me the same as they told them, to stay out of the way, stay downstairs, and don't interfere, basically. So I heeded that warning and headed outside for the evening. I made my rounds to the various places I do, and stopped at the Net Cafe again. Recently I bought the Muscle Boot Camp and used that, and gained some permanent HP bonus. And there was one more piece of software then at the Net Cafe that I hadn't bought yet. And I figured it would just be a good night to complete that set. So I went back and bought the Mindful Boot Camp, took that home to the computer and used that. I also reasoned that if they did need any help with anything upstairs, I would be back at the dorm and available to help in the event that they actually called on me for something. But I used the Mindful Boot Camp last night, and similar to Muscle Boot Camp, it directed me through things like proper breathing techniques and meditation practices, and resulted in a permanent +5 to my SP. So that was very beneficial to see, and that'll be beneficial coming into Tartarus next time we're there. After I used that, it was relatively early, but a good relaxing night, so I got to bed at a good hour, figuring that was the end of the day. But one more scene happened as I woke up during the dark hour. And once again, the mysterious boy had appeared. And we talked again. He asked if I'd remembered when he'd mentioned the impending end of the world and how that still feels unavoidable. But he has been encouraged by the progress that I've been making, the growth I've exhibited, the changes in my powers. He finds that fascinating in some capacity and says he wants to get to know me better and to see even more. And eventually he said that he would want to be friends with me, which I thought was great. I'd kind of already thought we were friends, the way we'd interacted before, and just the fact that he always seems to be on my side with things. But I guess he kind of just wanted to make it seem more official, so I was readily agreeable to that and said, yeah, that sounds wonderful. And I also asked him, what should I call you? I figured I can't keep calling him Mysterious Boy, so I needed some name to make us seem a little bit closer and more like friends. And rather than just giving me a name, he thought about that for a second. It's like, yeah, maybe I do need a name. That is what people do, don't they? I know, why don't you call me Pharos? So we've got a name to the face now. The Mysterious Boy from here on will be known as Pharos. And we are officially friends now. And by making that commitment to friendship, that unlocked another brand new social link for the Death Arcana. So I really didn't imagine making a new social link last night, but that was really cool, especially somebody we already knew. And it was just another one of those cool feelings of getting to know somebody over time and eventually having that blossom into a friendship. So we established that social link. He was happy to have it. He disappeared again like he does, and I was able to get back to sleep. So I slept the rest of the night, and that takes us on into Saturday here. So I'm ready to finish off our obligations here and hopefully see where the rest of the day takes us and maybe make some fun out of it. But I will get us over to the game, and we'll see what sort of fun that can be. We'll be right there. Okay, so this is where we left off last night. I didn't exactly remember when the scene was going to transition, so this was just before Pharos left.
I can hardly wait until the next time we meet. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Oh, okay, that was pretty close there. But that was the end of yesterday, the end of Friday the 12th, so we've caught up to the real calendar on Saturday the 13th.
Good morning.
A nice positive greeting. Good morning, Mitsuru. Yamagishi will be living in the dorm with us starting today. That's still wild to think of how quickly they got things ready. I am very, very impressed. And from this point on, she'll be providing us with support in Tartarus at night. That means I can start joining battles again. That'll be nice. I was just so used to her giving us the guidance and the support that having her as an actual active member of the team, that'll be different. The idea of don't push yourself. Mitsuru, I'm sure she's always pushing herself. She does so much in so many different directions with all the different responsibilities she has that I know she knows her limits, so it's... yeah, I know she wouldn't overdo it. She might, I guess, kind of try to overdo it, but I think she's responsible enough to know her limits. So I'm just going to keep it positive and say that's reassuring, because it is reassuring.
Yes.
Yes, you can depend on me. Even if I'm a bit slow starting out, rest assured that I'll catch up to you all in no time. Well, that's exciting.
Oh, good. You're all here. I know this is sudden, but the chairman will be coming by again this evening.
All right. We've seen a lot of him recently.
I'd like everyone to gather at the usual place tonight.
All right. Well, sounds like once again we've got our evening figured out.
He just came by the other day. Something happened?
Apparently, he's prepared some special gifts for us.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
I know it'll be busy with Yamagishi moving into the dorm, but I'd appreciate it if you could all come by.
We could do that. I also like the difference in approach here. I don't know if you guys will remember, but I'll call it out anyway because it just came to me. The other day when we were going to meet with Fuuka after she got out of the hospital, it was Akihiko who let us know, and he just sent out a text to everybody and said, hey, they want us all to meet in the command room in the evening, so be sure to come by. But Mitsuru, in her just very professional, proper way, it seems like, maybe I'm overreading the situation, but it looks like she wanted to take the actual time to come and see us and ask us personally if we could come. Again, maybe I'm reading too far into things, but that just kind of seems like that different level of personality and the different responsibility she takes. Akihiko got the message across in a good, efficient way, and everybody heard it, but Mitsuru kind of took that old-fashioned, telling you face-to-face approach.
Does that mean we can expect something good?
It does kind of feel like the sky's the limit with something like that.
I don't know. This is Ikutsuki-san we're talking about.
That is true. He does kind of have his own way of looking at things.
He's probably just gonna tell us some new joke he made up.
That is one of the things he is known for. Alright, so here we are in the afternoon. Well, we do still have our afternoon time, but it sounds like some exciting stuff happening in the evening. Kind of different looking up here at that the moon phase up in the corner again. I commented the other day that once the team figured out that the shadows seem to come out more during the full moon, that gives us something to plan for. So we've got a nice overlay up at the top there reminding us we have 24 days until the full moon. So it still seems like a ways off, but it's getting closer day by day. Our phone is full again. Yuko, team manager, no practice today. Want to go somewhere? Let me know if you're up for it. Bunkichi, an old man's request. Dear Tom-chan, won't you come visit us? From Bunkichi. Just an emoji here from Maiko. I want to see you. Very direct again. Little different from her normal tone. Stands out a bit. Oh, wow. We had so many messages, we scrolled even further. I was going to say we just got a couple ads to go through, but there's actually one unknown sender who I think we can all kind of figure out from the image there, but we'll get down to that soon. Gotta start at Wakatsu, though. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. And the Aohige Pharmacy, they've got a sale. I've said it multiple times before, but I love the fact that they remind me of this, because it would be so easy for me to overlook that sale today. Today is our weekly sale. Are you running low on medicine or other goods? Come visit us and stock up. We didn't use anything the other day during the full moon, so we're no worse off than we were before. And the fact that Mitsuru is available to join us now actually kind of reminds me we might want to look at equipment for her. Officer Kurosawa runs his sales on Monday, so that is only a couple days away. I might be able to save some money if I were to wait. And he will have new gear eventually too, so I guess when we stop in to see him today, I'll just take stock and see if he's got anything new. And if he doesn't, I'm not going to worry about trying to gear up Mitsuru just yet. But our unknown sender here. Greed is such a terrible sin. Alas, I cannot help but want. And now the number of requests I have for you has increased. I would be incredibly pleased should you spare the time to fulfill them. Sincerely yours, forevermore, Elizabeth. Quite an Elizabeth way to write. But we have to make sure to talk to her and see what those new requests are. I'm excited. It has been nice to have those to kind of break up the standard nature of everything else. And just give me other things to do alongside the things I'm already doing. A lot of new information just from our phone right there. Where did everybody else go? Mostly all social links with a handful of daily life. Spent time with Maiko, with Chihiro, with Suimitsu, someone we haven't met yet, and with Yuko. Let's just take another look at our social links as well. We've made the new social link with Pharos, the mysterious boy, the other day. We're looking at mostly 3s and 4s across the board right now. It was fun spending time with Yuko the other day. I really need to get to see the old couple again soon, and I don't technically need a corresponding persona for that. It would be nice, but... We spent time with Chihiro the other day. Hopefully she's getting over her cold. No track or student council today. No fashion club, I don't believe. No fashion club. We could spend time with Yuko, the elderly couple, with Maiko. I guess we'll keep our eyes open as we make our way through town. We wanted to stop by the mall as well. Have to make our way over to see the weak cat as well, because it wouldn't be a day if we didn't see the weak cat. So. And Elizabeth's requests, another good little indicator there with the different icon at Bologna Mall. We'd have probably seen her anyway, but it's just nice to have that further bit of reminder. I'll be a tourist at Screenshot real quick and see what's showing today. Undersolved Mysteries is now showing. High school students pay 1,500 yen. I can work on my academics. I think this might be the first time this playthrough I've said the title correctly in the first read. So, even I can learn. Weak Cat, hello. Happy Friday. And Mew. Another cat. Nice to see you too. All right. We've covered our cat obligations for our social side of things today. Let's continue on. Yeah, there's the sale at the pharmacy. I was going to check with Officer Kurosawa. I'm just noticing a gentleman eating here. I wonder, yesterday when we spent time with Kenji, I forgot to mention during the recap before the streams, before the gameplay side started, but he had mentioned something about someone called the Gourmet King who was around. Maybe I'm overjudging somebody, but based on the stereotype I'm seeing here, he looks like he's an experienced eater, so maybe he's the one who's considered the Gourmet King. Maybe I should talk to him and see what I can learn. We'll still stop in here first.
By the way.
Okay, Mitsuru's not on our list yet, so she hasn't officially joined the combat group.
What are you looking for?
And there's no new gear anyway, so that actually kind of really seems to work out for me. So I'm just here to say hi to Officer Kurosawa. Hope it's another positive, peaceful day. And I'll see you again soon, officer.
You finished?
I am.
Be seeing you.
And I'm not sure what Elizabeth's requests are, but we'll end up back at her since I want to stop by the pharmacy. And why not Game Parade too? I like to walk through here and at least see the games. It was always kind of fun to go through places that are packed with games, even if you're not going to get to play them, just to see those running introduction screens and the insert coins and hear the music and the sounds and the lights. But today's You're the Answer for academics, and Edgar's House of Fortunes for the Persona's magic. I'll say it wouldn't be bad to get back to the arcade one of these days, but tonight sounds like it's spoken for. We'll look at our items here. I say we didn't use anything the other day during our trip to Tartarus, so I don't really feel like there's nothing to replenish because we haven't used anything. I guess I can just take a look and see if anything jumps out at me. It'll show me my quantities while I'm here. It is definitely getting hot.
We're having one big sale today. You can't find prices lower than here.
That's the way to do it then, yeah. Yeah, looking at the quantities, nothing jumped out at me as especially low. Sure, I could have more of any of those and it would be a benefit to me, but with the potential of new gear coming up soon...
Better check your food for mold, lad. Don't want to get sick now.
Yeah, with the potential of new gear and needing to potentially gear up Mitsuru with some gear of her own, I don't want to spend too much right now, so I think I'll be okay with my current levels of medicine and recovery items.
You got everything you need?
I do, and I feel good about having taken the time to actually look for it, too, so that sale was good, even though I didn't end up buying anything. So I guess it was better for me than it was for the store here, but if he wasn't offering it, I wouldn't have even probably been as conscious of it, so I still owe him my thanks for that. So thank you for running the sale.
Come again, yeah?
I will. Elizabeth, I got your text. It was very well written.
Marvelous.
And we made a bit more social progress, so I can sense the power growing within you stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. A Twilight Fragment.
I'm looking forward to it.
I still cannot foresee the limits to your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further.
Are you accepting a request?
Lots of new requests. The entire screen is full of new requests. So many that it looks like there's already some I've completed. So I guess we'll start at the top and work our way down. Persona Fusion Milestone. Conduct a total of 20 Persona Fusions.
Most excellent. Now, let's hear your report.
Oh, it appears you've already completed it. Here, take this as your reward. 5 more Twilight Fragments. Very nice. For anybody who doesn't remember, those are used to open special chests and power certain things in Tartarus that we'll encounter. Always good to have as many on hand as I can. That's really cool too. I I believe the rose bouquet
Do you see
came
anything achievable?
came from one of Tanaka's amazing commodity shopping times. It was one of those things I wasn't sure I was going to need, and I was genuinely not sure I was going to need it. I did not remember this request when I bought it. It's just a nice happy coincidence here to already have it on hand, so I can report this.
Most excellent. Now, let's hear your report.
Oh, it seems you've already completed this request. One moment, please, while I check. Oh my, is this the bouquet of roses I asked for? Yes, apparently I've been carrying it around for a month or so.
You have my thanks.
They're gorgeous. Thank you for this lovely gift, truly. I've heard that in the language of flowers, the meaning of a bouquet depends on how many stalks there are. So this bouquet means... I'll look more into the matter later. Always tough when I'm not sure what sort of message I'm conveying to someone and they have a different idea than maybe I do, but hopefully it's a good message. Either way, I'm getting a reward. Female winter garb. Okay. Looks like that's the only one I can complete right now, so conduct 35 fusions.
By all means.
Bring a fashionable item. A little bit vague, but I have an idea of who we can talk to about things related to fashion.
Oh, yes.
I've heard that all humans are greatly fixated on their appearance. Therefore, I'd like to try my hand at dressing up as well. If you don't mind terribly, could you please bring me a fashion item that would suit me? I believe you could find something in a place where people often gather to mingle. I'll be looking forward to it.
By all means.
Bring me a triangular sword. Bring the item that Elizabeth is asking for. For this request, I'll be changing it up and issuing you a little quiz. Please bring me a triangular sword. Your hint? It was originally used for dueling. If you need help figuring it out, perhaps you ought to try asking one of your close friends. Sometimes, it is most wise to ask others for assistance.
I will await a report of success.
I will do my best. Bring me an Onimaru Kunitsuna.
By all means.
Gotta keep our eyes out for that. Create a persona that's level 23 or above. I'm getting close to being able to do that.
By all means.
Retrieve the third old document.
By all means.
If that's anything like the others, we should encounter that before too long as we explore Tartarus. Some potent medicine. I'm gonna try to double back. I don't remember seeing that at the pharmacy, but I'll look.
Oh, yes.
Ah, I see. That won't do us any good then. I hear there exists a research lab called the Nurse's Office within the learning facility you attend. Experiments ranging from the scientific to the supernatural are conducted there all day and night for the sake of humanity's health. Apparently, aside from ordinary medicine, potential lethal ones are also created there. That said, I would like you to negotiate with the master of the nurse's office and bring me that potent medicine.
I will await a report of success.
I want Jack Frost dolls. Bring Elizabeth not one Jack Frost doll, but 3 of them. I think that means I'm going to be playing the crane game again in the future.
Come to think of it.
I hear there are Jack Frost dolls in your world. I would like one. No, correction. 3 of those dolls, please. One for me to love, one to display, and one to promote his adorableness.
By all means.
Well, she's got her priorities figured out there. Well, we do have the one that I won in the crane game, but I think my 100% success rate's probably going to drop now. But no, that's all I need from
Very
her.
well then.
We already talked about a lot, so let me just update our save real quick. And we gotta stop in and say hi to Igor while we're here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Igor, Elizabeth, great to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend is progressing well, that you're having a good time, and just accomplishing all the things you want to get done here. I appreciate the support and the help you've been giving me, and I'm just here to say hi and wish you well. So, great to see you today.
We look forward to your next visit.
I'll definitely be back to keep fusing Persona to work on that recent request as well. Kind of need to get back to Tartarus to really take best advantage of that. Felt like there was something else I wonder if I can actually go to the school today and pick up that medicine. It's worth taking a look at, I think. Haven't been by the nurse's office in quite a while. I still remembered where it was, though. Yep, Elizabeth asked for some potent medicine. Mr. Edogawa might know about medicine. I could ask him. I wonder if that will take my afternoon, though. I'm gonna need to do it eventually anyway. I'm here. And I remember it right now, too. So yeah, it's not gonna be one of those things I get to Tartarus some night and look at my requests and figure, oh yeah, I need to go to school one of these days. Yeah, let's hit in and see if Mr. Edogawa is here. What brings you to the nurse's office? What? You want some potent medicine? I can't just give you potent medication whenever you want. Haven't you heard about the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law? It's an emergency. And you absolutely, without a doubt, need my medicine? Okay. But if you're lying to me, I'll curse your kneecaps so they'll crack every waking moment. Well, here you are. So much for the rules and regulations.
Okay, then.
This is a special medicine I brewed myself, but I don't know if I would call it potent. Well, the game calls it potent, so I'm okay with that.
All right.
You got what you wanted, so off you go now. Well, I've always kind of thought he was a little different from the other teachers, but all the teachers are kind of quirky in their own way. But just randomly giving medicine to a student who asks for it sounds a tad dubious. I don't plan anything nefarious with it, but yeah, it just makes you wonder. Either way, I'm glad that didn't take my entire afternoon, so I can actually double back here and complete a request. How's that for efficiency, Elizabeth?
Good day. Here are my requests.
I found some potent medicine.
Let's hear the results.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. I see. So this is the infamous medicine. Let me have a taste, right now. Hopefully obvious disclaimer, don't randomly experiment with medicines. Follow proper doses, requirements, warnings, regulations, all of that proper safety stuff. Should go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Oh my, what an electrifying sensation. Potent indeed. However, its well-balanced components prevent it from being truly lethal.
How splendid.
The master of the nurse's office must be incredibly skilled. Please take this as your reward. A steel pipe. An interesting reward. Alright, looks like there's no new requests that came as a result of finishing that one.
Very well then.
A nice extra bit of progress, though. We got this steel pipe, so let's see who can use that and for what ends. Looks like that's a weapon for me. Well, it's a high chance to cause confusion. It's less accurate than my Fudo Masumune, but it's also a fair bit stronger. I don't know. The idea of lowering my accuracy that much kind of concerns me. I don't do a lot of physical attacks anyway. Most of my attacks come from my persona. I'll think about it. I've got it on me. I guess I'm not going to get rid of it here. Oh yeah, the other student here I've ran by a couple times. I was thinking about talking with him this afternoon and seeing what I can learn about him. We recently spent time with Maiko and Chihiro and Yuko. So the only other one really today, social link-wise, would be the elderly couple. And this is definitely someone I've not interacted with before, so I think that might be a good try to spend our time. Chubby student here. This food looks good, though. Well, yeah, let's talk with him, see what we can learn. See if he is this gourmet king that Kenji was mentioning. Nom nom nom. What? Don't look at me while I'm eating. You're making me feel self-conscious. I can't savor the flavor of my gourmet sandwich, only available for a limited time, with you here. Well, that's good. I've been working on my charm. Apparently I was able to catch his attention.
What is it?
What do you want? Well, there's nothing I really want, but I am kind of curious about what he's eating because it did look good. What are you eating?
Listen.
Oh, you're curious. Do you fancy yourself a gourmet? Is that even possible? An unrefined guy like you? I think not. You'll have to prove it.
Yeah.
If you could pass my gourmet quiz, then I'll believe you. What should I ask? I don't want to make it too difficult. Give me some time to think. Nom nom. Gulp. Whoa, what a sandwich. Now the quiz begins. The first question is a freebie.
I don't know.
What's the most popular drink at the cafe over there? Ah, we worked there. We've consumed the coffee there. That would be the pheromone coffee. That almost seeming like reluctance. Correct. Here's question number 2. What color skirt does the Azuki Arise mascot Azuki-chan wear? She's the mascot we've seen the boys and girls, the kids, enjoying in front of the shop on the second floor at the station strip mall. I believe it was red. That is an option. Gotta go with my gut on that one. I'm gonna say red. You're pretty good. Question 3. What item is on the secret menu at Hagakure? That was the special Hagakure bowl, if I remember correctly. This is kind of that test equivalent of none of the above. Now I'm second guessing it, but I'm very, very close to positive that it was the Hagakure bowl because I was surprised to be able to order it the other day because my courage was high enough. It's got to be the Hagakure bowl. Or is it a secret item or just a special item? I'm going to try it. We're talking gourmet stuff. I'm going to go with my gut. Hagakure bowl.
Well done.
I'm impressed.
I don't know.
You seem to have some knowledge about food, but it pales in comparison to mine. Why don't you bring me something I've never eaten before? It'd have to be quite the odd morsel to fit the bill, though. If you succeed, then I'll accept you as a fellow gourmet. Okay. That will be one to think about. He must know... If he's giving me a quiz about all these places, he must know the area. Maybe he's got a hint. I don't quite remember what I was supposed to do here, which is good for our playthrough, but challenging for progress. Or, as happenstance would have it, maybe I'm luckier than I knew. What is that mysterious food? Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I'm guessing there's some random thing in my pockets that is probably barely even food at this point. Give it to me. Oh, ha. Okay. He did actually spell it out for me. He said it would have to be an odd morsel. So, okay. That actually makes a lot more sense now that I see it spelled out very plainly for me here. He took my odd morsel. Ugh, this is awful. But I'm impressed. I haven't tasted something like that in all my life. I wonder if there's any danger to him consuming that. I believe we found that in Tartarus, if I remember right. Hopefully there's no weird ill effect. And the fact that's probably been in my pocket for a couple months can't have done it any favors either. Well, he's impressed. I guess can't argue with results. You're not so bad. Seems like he's taking an interest in me. Should I hang out with him for the day? Yeah, why not? We've come this far. Seems kind of weird now to run off. Yeah, let's spend time.
We go to the same school, right? One look at your uniform's all I need to know.
We are similarly dressed, yes.
I'm kind of embarrassed to ask you this right off the bat, but... would you mind not standing so close to me? You're too thin and too cool.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
If people start thinking we're best friends or something, I'm gonna end up as the uncool one.
Well, that was not my intention.
There you are. I thought your voice sounded familiar. You know what I'm here for. Now hand it over.
Well, this is suspicious.
Whoa! Not you! Help! Emergency! Hey! You! Call the fire truck! I mean the,
Yeah, could he mean the police? This is an odd situation. Do you mean the police?
Yes! Right! Good thinking!
Man, I feel like I've missed a lot of context here.
Quit making a scene, all right? People are looking at me funny. I've got some business to take care of now, but you're Nozomi Suemitsu-kun, aren't you? I did my homework, see?
Ah, Suemitsu. We saw that name. Now I've got a face to tie to that name, presumably.
You know I'm not letting you off that easy, right? I suggest you reconsider things.
I wonder what sort of business he's gotten himself into. Very odd.
That was horrifying! My poor heart! I think it dropped into my coin purse for a minute there. My name is Nozomi Suemitsu.
Nice to meet you. My name is Tom Shima.
By the way, may I just say that you have a wonderfully big heart for someone so slim?
Thank you. Suemitsu gave me a hearty thanks. I've become acquainted with Nozomi Suemitsu, the Gourmet King. Nice. The moon.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Moon Arcana.
Nice. Wow, 2 new social links in 2 days. A couple more people to pull us in a few more directions, but you'll love to see it. Look at a nice close-up look at the Moon Arcana, the card here. Very nice. That's rank 1 with Nozomi Suemitsu, the Gourmet King. Yeah, I enjoy that use of our afternoon.
Whew! All that drama made me hungry. My stomach is definitely not amused. You want to tag along, friend? Shall I treat you to the finest dining? If so, you've come to the right place.
Sounds like he knows his stuff. It'd be kind of fun to take him up on his offer and see the world through the eyes of the Gourmet King.
For I am the king, the Gourmet King. That's right, Gourmet King 2009. Or was it 2010? Whatever. And as the king, I know all the kingliest places for it.
Your Majesty, are you all right?
My tummy! It's in horrible pain! I think it's an emergency! Sorry, but I'll treat you another time.
Okay. Be well. What an interesting character. But it started to get dark, so I went home. Wow, they got her room.
Yamagishi-san, are you in there?
A nice, cozy looking room. Colorful, inviting, and amazingly set up after one day.
Yes, come in. I think we should start heading to the command room and... Huh? You already finished unpacking? I was planning on helping you out later, too.
Yeah, I thought it was a very fast turnaround.
Well, I didn't have too much with me, so I finished a lot sooner than I expected.
Oh, are you good with computers by any chance? You think you could teach me? I'm really not good with stuff like that.
Kind of cool to see Yukari reaching out then for a potentially common ground. here's something you seem to potentially be good at. Maybe we can get to know each other over that.
Sure, if you'd like me to.
I remember when we first came to the dorm, it was kind of that same feeling of being the new one. So I like how Yukari is reaching out there and just trying to bring her into the fold without pressure, just nice and casually.
Are you looking into something?
Yes. I figured I should know everyone's defining characteristics and whatnot to prepare for battle.
Admirable research.
I can't do any actual fighting, so I need to make myself useful.
Oh, I see.
I've kind of had similar thoughts with the party itself, too, as I try to learn everybody's skills and abilities just to know how I can work in and around them and to make best use and have everything flow together. So it's kind of cool that Fuuka's thinking the same thing about her own guiding approach to it.
You're a really hard worker, Yamagishi-san. And you've got an amazing ability, too. Now that I think about it, everyone in this dorm is pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, I think everyone in the dorm is quite amazing, Yukari included.
Sanada-senpai is hands down one of the strongest. And our leader has a power unlike anyone else's.
It is different, yes.
I bet Kirijo-senpai is strong, too. And Junpei, well, he's whatever. But what do I have? I'm only half the person everyone else here is. I couldn't even do anything the last full moon.
Nah, she's the one that's watching out for us. I mean, she's got the archery. She's the one in the back keeping everybody safe. She's got the healing abilities, the ranged attack. Although I'm kind of similar in a lot of regards in that same thing. It's a lot easier for me to see the strengths in others and the flaws in myself. So I can't disagree with the way she's seeing things.
Maybe I don't need to be here after all.
I definitely don't believe that.
That's not true at all.
Huh?
I was told that a persona is the power of the soul, also known as your other self. That's why I think a person's personality and feelings are reflected in their persona. For example, Takeba-san, your persona has healing powers, right?
Exactly.
That's because there's a kindness in you that no one else has.
Exactly. She wants everyone to be safe and to have a place and to overcome the challenges. And she'll be right there to help them through it.
I'm not kind at all.
I think we've all had those fears about ourselves and that hard look in oneself.
I just don't want to see anyone go down or get hurt, that's all. Come on. I think Ikutsuki-san's gonna be here soon. Oh, and you can just call me Yukari. I hope you like it here, Fuuka.
Nice. Seems like they're getting on well.
I'm sure I will. Thank you, Yukari-chan.
Sorry for calling you all again so soon, but I brought something special today.
And yeah, it doesn't seem like that long ago we just saw the chairman, so he's back again, and he's got something mysterious in the case in front of him here for us.
Well, let me just show you before I get into explaining what it is.
Sometimes seeing things is the easiest way to take it all in.
I'd like to provide you with some new equipment.
Ooh, fancy.
After spending quite some time in development, we're now ready for the battle testing phase.
Interesting to think of all the behind-the-scenes things that have gone into preparing us and how many other people are working to help us out with this. It's not just the chairman and our party here in the room. We've got to have some level of team behind us to put this gear together. So that's very cool.
The shadows are getting stronger. You just barely won the last battle.
There were some challenges, true.
We can only assume they'll grow even more powerful still. That's why you all need something more to stay in the fight. From now on, I want everyone to use these during your operations. Combat gear, complete with a matching armband. And your new trump card in the battle against the shadows. cartridges that enable the use of theurgy.
Theurgy. Yeah, that's not a word you hear every day. Let's question that one. Theurgy?
Theurgy means spiritual magic that could reach the gods in Greek.
Interesting.
To put it simply, it synchronizes with the user's emotions, and when the right conditions are met, allows them to unleash an attack of immense power.
That sounds cool. It sounds like the perfect anime sort of thing, doesn't it?
Oh, you're talking about signature attacks. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for something like this.
I hear you, Junpei. That was where my mind went as well.
Okay, how does it work?
Well, about that, it's a bit difficult to explain.
Always rough when that's how an introduction or an explanation starts.
I think it might be easier if you just try it out for yourself.
And that seems like a fancy way of saying I'm not really sure. I think I've just got to go with all right here. I don't think he's asking a lot since he's giving us things. I mean, he didn't need to provide this new equipment for us and these new abilities. And I would like to hope and think and trust that it's not dangerous or he wouldn't be giving it to us. He did say it's been undergoing rigorous testing and development, so it can't be that dangerous, hopefully. So I'm just going to say all right. And it does kind of sound fun to try it out.
Hold on. Isn't it dangerous to use something like this without knowing how it works?
Okay, I guess, Yukari kind of reeled my passion back a little bit and, did be the voice of reason here.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's been well tested and determined completely safe.
Completely safe?
Oh, there's a manual for it as well. Take a look at it if you feel the need.
I would love a manual for something like that. I'm one of those people that likes to read manuals on things, so that would be a fun read.
Well, I'm sure glad I made it in today.
As are we.
With Yamagishi-kun joining us, Kirijo-kun can go back to being a frontline fighter. That means Seize is going to have a new lineup after today.
That's true. Akihiko did mention this past Monday that Mitsuru's persona is more of that of a fighter and less of a reconnaissance persona. So I guess we're seeing that come to fruition here.
And what better time than now to roll out this new weapon? Don't you agree?
It does seem especially fitting, like we're all turning a corner as a team now.
Oh, would you look at the time? I'd like to talk more about this, but I've been quite busy with the investigation into those large shadows.
Again, I'm glad he's on our side doing that sort of thing. He's talked about being so busy with his research and all his other obligations as the chairman. It's nice to have somebody in our corner that's conducting those things while we do other aspects of it.
I think we're on the verge of a breakthrough, though, so I'll be sure to let you know what we find out soon.
Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, I'm leaving the rest to you, Kirijo-kun.
And there he goes.
That same wavelength. That was almost word for word what I was thinking. I was going to say, oh, yeah, and he's gone. So, well said, Yukari.
I sort of thought this before, but he's rather laid back, isn't he?
That is a good way to describe him.
More like careless.
Yeah, I suppose those might be two sides of the coin.
It's fine. We should just give it a go like the chairman said.
We could always read the documentation. That could be fun.
In fact, since everyone's already here, now might be the best opportunity.
True.
Let's head into Tartarus and try out our new equipment.
How can you not when you're given this new stuff? How can you not want to go try it out right away?
I've been wanting to get back into the swing of things anyway. And this will serve as a good test of our team lineup with Yamagishi as backup.
True. Yeah, there are a lot of pros to looking at going there.
How does that sound?
I see no objections on my part. And yeah, I am looking forward to it. Sounds like a pain. I was going to go to the arcade tonight, but no, I'm looking forward to it. We've got all this new stuff to try out, a new team member to incorporate, 2 new team members technically, since Mitsuru's changing into a different role. Yeah, there's a lot to learn and experience and see here.
Man, this trump card stuff is getting me so pumped up.
I know, right?
I'm gonna be all like, take this, Super Ace Junpei attack! Or something like that.
I can't think of what I would come up with as a name for a special attack of my own. I guess it's hard to think about that without knowing what the attack would be.
I'm a little nervous since it's my first time, but I'll follow your lead.
That would definitely be tough for Fuuka as well. Being relatively new to Persona, she only first awakened hers back on Monday, so it hasn't even been a week yet.
All right. We'll go into Tartarus once everyone is geared up.
Understood.
Here we go. What a scene, goosebumps. I couldn't say anything during that. That was amazing.
This is awesome. We're like a super elite task force.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so good.
Come on, could you at least wear it like you're supposed to? Oh, but it does look like everyone's outfits are a bit different.
Yeah, that's especially cool that they seem to be tailored to each of our specifics.
Each one is made to complement our physiques and fighting styles. They were testing the prototype out on me, but it feels even better than it did before.
I like that inclusion of that detail too, that Akihiko is working with whoever's supplying these to us, so that also kind of goes a long way in my ability to trust the safety of them if Akihiko vouches for them.
It's very light and sturdy. I wonder if it's the same materials they use in the military, or maybe even the ones for spacesuits.
Seems like this armband isn't just for decoration either.
According to the manual, there are a bunch of different features built into it.
Yes, she read the manual.
For example, it can give you a readout of your vitals. What else? There's also a function that notifies you when you can use your theurgy?
Okay, both good questions here. The how do you do it does seem like it's an important thing to know.
Sorry, it doesn't look like there's much information about that.
Yeah, that kind of goes with what the chairman was saying and how we just have to experience it ourselves.
All I can tell is that you load the cartridge into your evoker to use it.
Okay.
Then let's make that our objective for today. Make sure to stay alert, everyone.
So once our theurgy's ready, we use a special cartridge in our evoker. And then bang, kind of literally.
All right, Yamagishi. You're going to be our backup, just like I mentioned before. This time, I'll be joining the rest of you in battle.
Exciting.
I'm going too. I gotta make sure my skills are still sharp.
Fair enough.
Me too.
Okay.
All right. Then including our leader, that will be our team.
Oh, poor Junpei. I think he was the most excited of all of us to come here with our new gear tonight.
Wait, I want to go too.
Yeah.
I was so ready for this. You can't just put me on standby.
We can't go without our leader.
I want to go too, but it kind of feels like one of those, I would be willing to step down and...
You stay here and support Yamagishi.
It would be good to have somebody back here with Fuuka, not knowing how things are changing in the tower, and the fact that we did have some shadows down here back on Monday shows that it's not impossible for them to show up in the lobby here. These all seem like perfect lines. They seem a little potentially condescending. I'm sure Junpei would probably see through these, but which one sounds like the best thing I could tell Junpei? I mean, only you can do it, Junpei sounds good. The last line of defense kind of feels like it fits that hero thing. But keeping the ace in reserve as well, that's kind of a cool thing to say as well. Kind of fits that baseball vibe he gives off as well. I don't know, I think he would like last line of defense. Well, no, you're calling him the ace here. I don't want to lean into the last of anything. Yeah, we'll call him the ace in reserve.
Oh, really? When you put it that way, how can I refuse? Don't worry, Fuuka. Nothing's getting past me.
All right.
Okay.
I feel a little bad kind of talking him through that way, but
There he goes again.
we'll just have to make sure to bring him along next time.
Fuuka, if it gets too dangerous, just leave him behind. And don't be afraid to smack him if he tries anything funny.
I can't see Junpei doing that. He might think about it, but I can't see him actually doing anything.
Okay. Got it.
But for her to just say, okay, sure.
Huh? You get it?
What kind of reputation do I have?
Yamagishi, could you scout the area and find a good floor for us to start on?
Okay.
That cool, just seamless use of her persona. And to think that just a few days ago she awoke to it, so she's already this capable to summon it on demand.
It seems different in here from before.
That's true. I guess this is only her, kind of second time since she'd been stuck in here for those 10 days outside of Tartarus, but she might not have been familiar with the fact that it changes every night.
Well, that's nothing new, right?
No, not like that. It seems distorted. It's probably just temporary.
Interesting.
I'll try and find a stable floor for us to start on.
You can tell that much already? Wow, Fuuka.
Yeah, it does seem like her persona is specifically tailored to this, compared to Mitsuru's, which seems like it can do a lot of different things.
It could be because we didn't enter the usual way last time, or because of those huge shadows.
There are a lot of variables.
We have no idea what's gonna happen in here. Not that I'm complaining, though.
I don't know, I like some level of structure and preparedness.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, that new sword looks pretty cool.
New sword.
And this bow I got is really light and looks pretty easy to use. I can't wait to see it in action.
So, the chairman got us all new weapons too, huh? Guess we should be thanking him.
We should definitely be thanking him. I was just going to go shopping for those not too far from now.
He barely explained anything, though. Sometimes I can't tell if he's actually helpful or not.
All of this has been custom made for us. You can tell because of the C's mark engraved on everything.
Man, what kind of production facilities and capabilities does our organization have?
As always, you're in command. And make sure to check the equipment before we get started.
First place I was going, yeah. All right, C's sword, C's longbow, C's great sword, and C's knuckles. And there's Mitsuru on the list. Ah, and they just gave us these weapons. They didn't actually equip them on us, so that's kind of cool. I get to go through and do them myself. Kind of odd to think that, this new C's sword does a little less damage than a steel pipe, but it's a lot more accurate. And how can I not equip this to have it be part of the new gear? And it is a nice step up from my Fudo Masamune. I will definitely take that. Yukari's been using a toy bow. The C's longbow is actually only marginally better than a toy bow, but it's a lot more accurate, so we'll 100% take that. We're not going to have her wear the winter garb. We'll get the exclamation mark off there. Ooh, this is a tough call. Juzumaru's only slightly less attack. It's got a lot more accuracy. Well, not a lot more accuracy, I suppose, but it ups his critical rate slightly. But getting new gear, we've got to go with a complete set of new gear, don't we? And a huge upgrade from, attack on Akihiko here. And she just started with her C's rapier. And the ruffled blouse is the best I've got, so I can actually get rid of this other gear going forward, potentially. Knee-high boots. No alternatives. Fancy nails. I bet there's a better accessory I can have, though. Reduces slash damage, pierce damage, or light damage. Well, one of those I'm going to have to pick. Seems like a lot of things slash us. We'll give her some cleave earrings. And that actually reminds me as well, since she's part of the team. Oh, and Fuuka. Interesting that she has equipment here. No weapon, though, since she's on the not on the front lines. I wonder why she would need defense or evasion. But yes, we've got actually a couple new people in our group, so let's see what we can learn about Mitsuru in general. Specifically, I guess, her persona here. Penthesilea, the Empress, has ice skills, a confuse skill, and the ability to lower a foe's defense. And Penthesilea, a queen of the Amazons in Greek mythology. She fought for the Trojans during the Trojan War, but was slain by Achilles. When Achilles took off her helmet and saw her beautiful face, he felt great remorse for killing her. Interesting. And she is resistant to ice and weak to fire. Makes sense. And Fuuka, our navigator. Okay, she's got some different skills. She's got full analysis, which we saw in action on Monday, as she was able to fully reveal the affinities of a foe. And jamming prevents detection by enemies until entering battle or changing floors. So that could be useful in a pinch. No resistances or weaknesses because she's not ideally going to be on the field, but she's still got strength, magic, endurance, agility, and luck, so interesting. But let's look at her background. For the priestess Lucia, a saint who was martyred during the persecution of Christianity in the time of the Roman Empire. She was tortured and had her eyes gouged out, but a miracle restored her sight. She is revered as the patron saint of the blind. Kind of fitting in an interesting way for someone who's going to be our navigator, to have someone as the patron saint of those who can't see. Okay, then. So we're all geared up, we're all ready to go. I have not saved the game in a long time. Let's remedy that. But I guess there's nothing else to really say or do. Let's talk to everybody, I suppose. Oh, by the way, do you know what those numbers on our armbands mean? That's true, they were all numbered. If it's the order that we joined C's, shouldn't yours and mine be reversed? It's true, she was there before I was. Unless we're talking about when we awoke our personas. Maybe it's kind of random. I mean, there's no number 2, isn't there? Don't know why I thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can see our numbers off to, off to the side there. Yeah, I'm number 3 and she's number 4. Junpei's number 5. Akiko's number 1. Mitsuru's number 0. And Fuuka's number 6. Yeah. Guess we'll have to keep our eyes out. And I will reiterate that yes, I have played this game before, but I'm not using any sort of guides, walkthroughs, or past knowledge, so we're going to know everything our character knows and nothing more. So, we'll leave it at that for now. Junpei! It's all you, dude! I'll be holding things down here, so go give him hell. I'm counting on you, Junpei. Akihiko looks like he's getting warmed up. Theurgy, was it? I'm looking forward to seeing how it works. That aside, let's handle this like we always do. It's Mitsuru's first real battle in a while, too. I can finally fight at your side now. On top of that, we have new battle gear and equipment. Hopefully, you'll find me reliable. I'm sure, and Fuuka. I'll be here to provide backup from now on. When I'm geared up, just act like everyone else. It really gets me psyched up. Alright, let's head in.
Yes.
Try to guide you to a more stable floor. I can't go with you, but I'll do my best to back you up from here. New gear, new abilities.
Looks like we're here. Yamagishi, do you copy?
Yes.
you picking up any shadows?
No static or anything, so that's encouraging. Mitsuru's kind of reaching the limit of her detection abilities.
It looks like there's one close by. Be careful.
All right, let's head over there and feel things out.
Right. Alright, defeat the floor's shadows. 3 remain.
Honestly.
Yeah, I don't doubt that Mitsuru can keep up with us. Smash all these things along the way here. Got a life stone out of it. I will take that. 30% healing. You can't say no to that.
You're approaching a shadow. Get ready for battle.
Roger that. I'm always ready.
Leader, are you ready?
I am ready. I'd like to sneak up on it.
Let's go.
Let's go, as I stand totally still. Kind of tough that it's got the high ground. I want to be able to sneak up on it a bit. I'm sure this is kind of more of a tutorial, so I don't need to be that concerned, but I don't want to fight stupid either. If I can get that sneak attack in, I'd rather do that.
We've got the upper hand.
Just like every time we've added a new party member, I forgot to change our tactics. I tried to leave everybody else on free will because they're their own individual person and character, so that didn't quite happen this time. I'm not going to tell her to escape. I don't think it'd work anyway. So I guess we'll... Oh, we actually already know some weaknesses, do we? Well, I can't pass that up. We'll hit Mabufu and just see if we can hit the other two with a weakness as well.
I'm far more in my element here. Let me show you that I haven't lost my touch. Let's go!
Really cool.
Good going, Kirito-senpai.
I'm ready.
But yeah, I was gonna say, really cool to see her step up into this different role and be more capable here than she was as our guide. Almost like she was just doing that because we needed someone to do it before.
This is our chance. Let's wipe them out.
I could have gone with Mabufu there, but I'm like, figured I could knock them both down here and get this all-out attack.
I'll slice you to pieces.
Mitsuru's first all-out attack for us. Very good.
Crushing victory.
Kneel before me.
Looks like everything went well.
Yeah, she's more than capable. I don't think she's missed a beat at all since she was last on the front lines, whenever that was.
Fuuka, you were amazing. Great job.
That's true as well. I do have to give her that call out. Thank you, Yukari, for mentioning that.
Thank you, Yukari-chan. I still sense some enemies nearby. Keep an eye out if you decide to engage them.
Oh, we're engaging them, all right.
As if that was ever a question to Akihiko. But I do want to change our tactics. And I can do that on the individual page, I believe. Well, I know when it's my turn. I mean, battle, I know I can do that. Why am I blanking on where I can do this? This is... it's on my... Is it on my own page? Well, whatever. We'll find it when we do. Some nice free treasure there. Nice to just be back into Tartarus, too. It hasn't really technically been that long, but it just feels like it's been a while. Kind of want to see all the nooks and crannies here before we advance. And get whatever bits of gear we can to sell off.
Do you see any shadows? They should be distant.
We have the advantage.
You've got the upper hand.
What's the plan here? Do it! Confessolator!
Kirito-senpai's attack just knocked down 2 enemies.
I wonder if I shift off to myself. I do have a... Yeah. But yeah, let's definitely change tactics and let her act freely. She's her own person after all. But I can look into the corrupt tower here then and hit with an electric shock. I'll try to go for that all-out attack here. That ought to do it.
Now's your chance.
Get ready. There they go, just like that. It's feeling like a lot of experience there. Well, the combat uniform seems to be working out, but what about that theurgy thing? Yamagishi, have you figured anything out on your end? I'm sorry, it's still unclear. I am picking something up during battle, though.
I see.
There's no pressure, just continue your observation.
Oh, hello.
Only one shadow left, you can do it. Been lots of nice treasure on this floor. There's the shadow, so of course I'm going to go the opposite direction. Those will be the stairs up ahead, which we're not going up yet because we're supposed to fight all the shadows here. But that doesn't mean I can't look for bits of the tower to slash down. And there might be more treasure, who knows? Yeah. Couple Patra gems, okay. Feels like a bit of a bigger floor. Swing and a miss on that one.
You see them. Let's take these guys down.
Let's do it.
Time to finish this.
Yes, indeed. I say as I back away. But we'll fight smart, hopefully. Perfect. This just feels more like it's supposed to be. Like she's controlling her own destiny.
I'll slice you to pieces. It's over.
There go those shadows, just as quick as they showed up. I'm having another good day. How have you been?
I no longer detect any shadows. All the ones on this floor have been defeated.
We got them all then.
It's all coming back to me. It would be wise for me to keep battling.
Let's keep going then.
Yeah. You've already found the stairs, right? Should we head there now? Yeah, let's do it.
Hang on.
Oh?
I'm sensing something on the floor above us. Something strange.
Interesting.
Is it some kind of powerful shadow?
No, it feels similar to the distortion I felt earlier.
She did mention distortions.
Roger. Let's move carefully and assess the situation when we get upstairs.
Fair enough. Doesn't do a whole lot to speculate from down here. Better to see what we see in the moment. Oh.
Huh? What? Why is it all dark? Where did everyone go?
This is different.
Please, everybody, just stay calm. It looks like you were all sent to different locations on this floor.
Well, that is different.
So they separated us by force.
I like how Fuuka's able to coordinate our communications effortlessly like this, though.
There's danger lurking in this darkness. We need to regroup as soon as possible. Yamagishi, can you guide us?
Why now?
That would be especially unsettling. I mean, the place is already so odd and surreal, but to also be separated from the group then and not know what's around the corner because you can't see anything.
Fuuka, where should I go if I want to?
Well, at least Fuuka is there to kind of still be on the side.
Yukari-chan, look out!
Huh?
Ah. And I'm just casually strolling around here, the arms in my pockets. Okay, yeah, now some good intensity.
Leader, you're here!
Oh, wow. That's different. Back.
Not again.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's always protecting me. I'm getting hurt because of it. What am I even doing?
I didn't step in like I wanted her to owe me anything. I wanted to be there for her because she's there for me all the time as well. I also got distracted here by just the detail on the bow there, seeing C's written across the front. Just so many good little designs here.
Yukari-chan!
Fuuka, I need you to back me up.
Nice. She's got that determined look on her face.
I'll hold this thing off until everyone else gets here. Focus. Hit. One more.
Nice shot.
Wait, is this?
Oh, there's a new gauge there.
Yukari-chan, load the cartridge into your evoker!
I know.
Oh.
Now's the time.
When emotions run high in battle, you or your party members will be able to activate Theurgy. Theurgy can be activated on your turn when your Theurgy gauge is at max. Unlike normal skills, they do not cost HP or SP. Press the right trigger to activate your Theurgy. Please note that it cannot be used while you are affected with the status ailment. Good to know. Here's a Cyclone Arrow. Deals severe wind damage to one foe, ignoring resistance. Here we go.
All right, here I go! And with this, you're finished!
So cool. That is the epitome of that special attack Junpei was hoping for, I think.
Are you okay?
I am. I wouldn't be without you, though. That was something.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
No, I mean, if anything, it was my fault for rushing in there unprepared and taking a critical hit and then getting follow-up attacked. So I'm sorry. It is good to see she's okay, but I don't want that to come across as condescending, like I had something to do with that, because I was totally in the way when I rushed over. I didn't do anything there other than become a burden for her. It is good to see she's okay, though. Yeah.
Thanks. But you shouldn't be so reckless.
That's definitely true. That was all me being reckless.
Takeba, leader!
Mitsuru, Akihiko.
Looks like you both are okay.
Thanks to Yukari.
Sorry I worried everyone.
Again, she carried that fight. I don't know what she's apologizing for.
It's all right. You did well in handling an unexpected situation.
Maybe we should consider starting over. Let's head back to the entrance for now.
Good work out there, team.
Junpei to welcome
I'm
us.
sorry. I should have been able to navigate better.
Well, that kind of seemed like that's something we've never encountered before, so I can't really blame Fuuka for that. I say Yukari, but no, this was Fuuka talking. And yeah, I gotta go with not a problem. Saying you did great for your first time kind of sounds like, oh yeah, for a first time you did pretty good. It's like, it wasn't a problem. I don't think there's anything she could have done about that.
I agree. I'm convinced that you're the one we need on support.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Fuuka.
Yeah, she seemed in control of things, confident, able to coordinate. So yeah, she seems very well suited for the role.
I didn't do anything. It was all you, Yukari-chan.
Okay, so we're all congratulating each other at this point.
That special attack sure was cool though, Yuka-tan. How'd you do it?
How? I just focused really hard and thought to myself, I have to do whatever it takes.
Kind of interesting that Junpei was able to see that as well. I don't know how Fuuka's broadcasting works, if he was able to kind of like, watch a display of that happening as well, but it was a cool special attack.
And while I was thinking that, I kind of felt something surging inside me.
The chairman did say the cartridge would synchronize with our emotions.
That's true.
Right. Although, I'm still not entirely sure how it works. From what I could tell, it reacted to Yukari-chan's strong emotions.
So this weapon gives the user strength beyond their limits when their emotions are heightened?
Interesting.
I don't really get it.
It is a little vague.
But basically, if we're fired up enough, we can really pop off, right?
Junpei, his ability to just sum it up for us. I guess that kind of seems fitting.
And thanks to you, Yukari-chan, we have a good idea of how it works.
True.
From now on, I should be able to tell when someone can use theirs.
Well, that's encouraging. That's good knowledge for me as the battle party leader as well, to be able to understand and coordinate. We've already been thanking everybody else, but I do just need to remind Yukari that it is thanks to her. Especially considering earlier she was concerned that she wasn't carrying enough of the team when she was talking with Fuuka up in her room. But yeah, this is thanks to Yukari.
I didn't do much. I just got lucky. I don't know much more than anyone else.
I'll do more research into how the syncing with emotions works later. Everyone has different feelings when they're fighting, so the timing on when they can use these will probably be different too.
For someone so new to the organization and everything about this, she's so calm and collected and just reliable feeling. Sounds like she's going to be a really good navigator coordinator for us.
I'd like to give it a go myself, but we should call it a day for now. We can't overwork our leader, and we've got some time until the next full moon.
You can't overwork me. I mean, I feel like we could keep going. I did take a bit of a hit, but I suppose...
I'm a little worried about the change with the floors, though. What if something like that happens again?
Having experienced it once, maybe we'll be more prepared for it should it happen again.
Yes. If something has changed in the tower, we'll need to be extra careful when exploring from now on.
True.
In any case, we may have had some problems, but we learned a lot today.
That's definitely true. I like how the new gear works. We got to see Theurgy in action. Our new party members are mixing in well with the party itself. We're all able to safely walk home tonight, so right there in and of itself is a win.
Not only did we get to test our new lineup and equipment, but we also got to see that we're all improving at a remarkable pace.
That we are.
Aw, Kirijo-senpai! Quit buttering me up.
I wonder if Yukari's going to fire back here and say, you didn't do anything.
Just leave everything to Junpei Iori, the soon-to-be MVP.
Again, though, his confidence and his just positivity, they're so cool.
Maybe I shouldn't be the one to say this, but you literally didn't do anything today.
She's got that perfect ability to just poke holes in his positivity at times, though. All allies can now use Theurgy. Okay, I don't normally do this, like I say, the last time we were in Tartarus. The next chance I get to save it, I'm going to, because it's been a while.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking.
So consider this a preview of what we should see tomorrow.
I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open.
Very exciting.
I thought it prudent to inform you.
I appreciate the knowledge.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Thank you. Elizabeth said that a previously blocked path is now open. I should check it out next time I go to Tartarus. What I should do is save the game and end the day. I don't want to see too much of Sunday because we're not on Sunday. You know, I'm not even going to read these messages right now. We will read them tomorrow. There's no school today. Home shopping show. I'm going to save it right in front of the TV, so hopefully I can remember that. Yeah, it was like 21 minutes ago I last saved it, so that would be kind of a lot to try to catch back up on and end up the same way as things did, so... Once again, this is just kind of a slight hiccup in the normal structure. It's going to happen from time to time since I'm playing the game in kind of an atypical format, so... Please forgive me for making it a little bit different from a one-day-at-a-time format. But we will wrap it up here then, and start off properly Sunday morning tomorrow on Sunday. But we've got the game saved, so I will get us back to the desk now. Okay. So with that, we have reached the end of Saturday, June 13th, and it was another great day. We actually reached all the way to the end of Saturday and even saw the beginning of Sunday, but we won't worry about Sunday until tomorrow. But it was a really good day on Saturday today. It was another one that felt crowded the entire way through. Even thinking back to going to school this morning feels like ages ago. It was a good day in school. Mitsuru, she met up with us after class when Yukari, Junpei, and I were all still there, and she asked us to come to the command room in the evening because the chairman was going to be stopping by because he had some gifts for us, which sounded exciting. So we made plans to do that in the evening, and that opened up my afternoon then to go around and see what I could see. So I did make my rounds because Elizabeth had also texted and said she had some new requests. So I checked in with her just to see. I was actually already able to complete a few by virtue of time I'd spent in Tartarus and stuff I'd found. So I gave her a rose bouquet and completed some things for fusing a number of persona. But there's a lot of other new requests that I haven't completed yet, so we've got a few more things to keep our eyes on as we go forward, which is definitely welcome. But after that, I was trying to figure out how to spend the rest of my afternoon, and I saw a student from our school that seemed to fit the definition of the gourmet king who we heard about the other day from Kenji. And I decided, we hadn't talked to this person before, might as well get to know them. He said that I was interrupting him, and, how dare I even consider myself a gourmet like he is? He had to test my abilities and give me a quiz, which thankfully I was able to talk out with you guys, and by ability to remember or potentially get lucky, I was able to go through and correctly answer his questions. And he was impressed by that level of knowledge, but he wanted me to prove myself and bring him something that he's never tasted before, which at the time sounded like a tough request. It seemed vague. He seemed to know all about the local restaurants, so I was trying to think about the different places in town that I could go. And I tried to talk to him again just to see if he would kind of point me in a different direction or give me a hint of something, when it turns out he had already given me a hint. He said specifically that it needs to be some sort of odd morsel that would be something he hadn't eaten before. I hadn't remembered at the time, but he was literally asking for an odd morsel, an item we found in Tartarus, which I had at least one of in my inventory already. So when I went to ask him that follow-up question, I already had what he wanted, and he was shocked to see this thing he'd never had before. I was equally shocked to see that I already had what he wanted. But he consumed whatever the odd morsel was and said it was disgusting, but it was something he'd never tasted before. And so in his eyes, that proved me to be a capable gourmet companion for him, and he asked if we would want to be friends. That sounded interesting, but at the same time, some shady-looking guy walked up and talked to him and said, "Oh, there you are. I thought I knew that voice. Here's where you are. You know what I'm here for." And the student hid behind me then and said this was some sort of emergency. And we ended up making a bit of a scene, I guess, and it scared off whoever this other guy was. There were a lot of things I did not have any concept of and what was going on really, but it didn't really seem to amount to anything since the guy left. And the student introduced himself as Nozumi Suimitsu, the gourmet king. And he said that based on my competence for the gourmet things, I'm worthy of being his friend. So we officially became friends, and that unlocked the Moon social link, brand new arcana. So we're rank 1 with Suimitsu now. We were going to stop and get something to eat, but his stomach was bothering him, so he hurried off. With that, my afternoon came to an end, and I went back to the dorm. When I got there, the game showed us a scene between Fuuka and Yukari. Fuuka had already finished setting her room up, and Yukari came in just to see if she could help her set things up, but that was already done. But Fuuka was on her computer researching our different abilities, our persona skills, our personalities, kind of figuring since she was going to be coordinating and navigating for us, she should know as much about the team as possible, which was very admirable. And it was also cool that Yukari was there kind of trying to reach out and help Fuuka become a member of the team. She was going to be there for her. Talked about using a computer. Fuuka is good with computers, it seems like. And so Yukari said, maybe one of these days you can teach me some stuff. Just to kind of give that olive branch and that level of connection of, here's something you seem to be good at. Maybe we can bond a bit over that. So a lot of credit to Yukari, who was also kind of feeling self-conscious on how much of a contribution she provides for the team. But that was kind of the theme today that pays off later, so we'll retouch on that point when we get there. But we all headed upstairs where the chairman was, and he had a fancy case in front of him and said that he has us a gift, a surprise for all of us. And he provided us with new gear, new things to wear, new weapons, special armbands, and the ability called Theurgy, which was a vague concept that's tied to our emotional state in Tartarus, and it's a special, unique skill that's unique to each user. There weren't a lot of details in the moment. He said basically you'll have to try it out and figure it out for yourself. But that was really cool to see. So we were given these cases with new gear unique to each of us. It wasn't just some standardized uniform. And he wished us well and said that he's rooting for us. And he's going to continue to analyze the shadows so that we know more, as much as we can going forward. And so everybody was obviously excited to try out all of our new toys, basically. And we decided to head to Tartarus to try our new gear, our new sword, or our new weapons, and this Theurgy thing. So we got there, and there was just this really awesome intro cutscene as we changed into our gear, and each arrived in a very stylish intro. I even kind of want to go back and watch it again now, but it was very cool. So we all got there looking good, feeling good. Mitsuru is actually coming with us now in the front lines in battle. She said she's more suited for that anyway. Fuuka's going to be taking over the navigation role. And so we just decided to pick a floor that we were able to experiment with our new equipment on and to learn about our Theurgy. So we did, and we got to see Mitsuru's abilities. She seems very focused on ice abilities, which was very helpful on the floor we were on. And we made short work of a handful of parties of shadows. And we just kind of got to interact more as a party. And we wanted to go up one more floor, but there was talk of weird distortions going on in Tartarus tonight. So we were trying to be cautious. We didn't know what to expect. Fuuka couldn't quite tell what was going on. So we made our way up to the next floor, and it was dark. We couldn't really see anything, and somehow we all got separated. Something we've never encountered before, but definitely a concern. So we were trying to reconvene with each other. At one point it panned over to Yukari, who was alone, and Fuuka was able to tell her to watch out for an incoming shadow. And she was able to dodge it, but screamed at the same time, which alerted me to where her presence was. So I rushed over, kind of literally blindly because it was dark, and jumped into combat, only to be critical hit, and then have a follow-up attack, almost downed me completely. I think I had something like 35 hit points left. And at that point, Yukari was again feeling that same bit of doubt that she was talking with Fuuka earlier about how she's not able to do anything for the team. And she was able to use her abilities to knock down the shadow and heal both of us at the exact same time. She just kind of kept talking to herself about how she needs to do more, and she can heal, but she needs to do more. And that was kind of what triggered that emotional awakening to her Theurgy power. And she was able to channel a very strong cyclone wind attack. This strong shadow that was in front of us, she was still able to take it down like it was nothing, just by use of that powerful attack. So she definitely stepped up and saved me. I rushed in and just made a burden of myself in that fight, but she was able to handle it perfectly, beat the shadow. Mitsuru and Akihiko showed up shortly after and was glad everyone was okay. I was still kind of feeling like I messed up there, but we all were able to return back down to the first floor, thankfully safely. And we decided, given the odd behavior of the tower and the fact that we're not really sure what's going on, it was better to play it safe and end our investigations from there. So that's what we did. And it was good to just have that first day of seeing everybody in action, working well as a team, just feeling encouraged. I really want to get back to Tartarus as soon as we can. But we made our way back to the dorm to end the day, and normally that's where I would end things, but the game didn't let me save it until a little bit after that, so we saw a slight beginning of Sunday. Elizabeth texted us early and said that a previously blocked path in Tartarus is now open, so that'll be all the more encouraging to get back there and try some of that exploration out. And a couple people texted us, but I didn't read their messages because that's a tomorrow sort of thing, so I was thankfully able to save it at that point, so we didn't see too much of tomorrow, but just enough of a preview to hopefully entice you to want to come back and see where it goes tomorrow. But with that, that is the end of Saturday the 13th. And it was just a very good day. Our team feels that much stronger and more capable. We've got good gear, we've got new abilities, we've got people fitting roles. fitting roles. Fitting in roles that match with their personality and their abilities. But I just feel like we're that much more cohesive of a unit and more capable. So I'm really encouraged to want to keep trying that out and seeing what further progress we can make. It was another fantastic day. It was a great Saturday. And I thank you so much for being here to spend it with me. My name is Tom Shima. I stream this Persona A Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time. So anytime you want to join me live, I would love to have you. I've got that schedule posted up on Twitch as well, so in case you want to see that converted into your own local time, you can do so there. I also upload each of my day's streams to YouTube, so if it works better for your schedule to watch at a different time, you can do so there. I've got a playlist of every day, so you can catch up on the current day or any past day right there. But I just hope everyone has a stupendous Saturday, that you are able to take a break and enjoy whatever you're able to enjoy. If there's anything you need to get done, I hope it goes smoothly and it just takes you to some fun time that is exactly what you want it to be. But I hope I can see you again. It's been a lot of fun today, and I hope we can do it again sometime soon. I've been Tom Shima. Thank you so much, and goodbye.